it's Jess here and welcome back to PLANMAS. Today you'll notice the video is a bit longer, but we're going to do a talk through Q&A flashback plan with me of 2021 Christmas week. And I'll show you that in a second, but what I'm going to show you is I'm using some Estelle inserts from last year, or this year. And I'm going to be using this kit from last year from SPC called Merry and Bright. And this was my super bright, fun Christmas art from last year. Look at that yellow. And we got this red extra color. We got the extra girls. It's just a super fun, happy, bright, you know, kit. We got the smiley faces. I've been pretty obsessed with smiley faces for a while, but yeah, I'm loving the patterns on this, and it is the old format, but I only had 3 Christmas kits still in my collection from last year, and one of them I'm going to use in my work planner this year, and you may have already seen it, I'm not sure. And one is a German Christmas market, so I want to save that for when I can go to Germany. And then it's this one, so I thought I'd use this one for this plan with me, and then I can have all new art for my proper planner this year. But I don't want anything to go to waste or get too out of format, you know. And then my other thing for this video is I wanted to, so there's 2 things. I wanted to sort of go out of my comfort zone and do things that I've not been doing recently. So I have done these things in the past, and obviously a lot, but I don't do them a lot, especially not anymore, which is, first one is using fun foil. I kind of stray away from fun foil, but I think, knowing some insider stuff, I think fun foil is going to be even bigger next year. But, so I want to try some out for this video. I have this celestial pink hollow, and I thought that would be really fun with this. The design isn't obviously, it doesn't obviously match perfectly because, you know, it's a Christmas spread, but, and it might have been better if it was just stars, but this is the foil I wanted to go with this. I don't think any of my other fun foils would go, so use that. And also, doing our layout, we're going to be mixing up the colors. We're not color blocking. Excuse me, it's not a Jess video without a burp. But usually, I think every week this year, every spread, I have color blocked. So we're not going to color block in this. We're going to use fun foil, and I'm going to answer questions that I asked for on Instagram stories. So let's get straight into this. It's going to be a long video, so we'll see how it goes. I may actually just zoom through setting up the base, but I'll try and talk through it. I will show you, this is last year's spread, 2021's Christmas spread, using my gingerbread art. Oh my god, it turned out so fun. I just love these traditional kits for Christmas week, but yeah, we have everything here, lots of stuff. I did some videos. We were watching The Witcher season 2. I feel like we watched it in like one day. We decided to do like a whole week of delicious meals. So on Wednesday, we did a pork roast. On Thursday, do I have it in here? Oh, that's funny, we had Japanese curry. On Friday, we had a turkey roast. And on Saturday, actual Christmas, we had steak. So that was really fun. So we're going to go through all of this. But first we're going to get the base done. And I'm going to start responding to these questions, I think. Although I have some stuff to do with this bottom washi. So I'm going to let's fix everything up here with where we want it all to go. We might even try and bring that red color in. I don't know if I want to with this foil bundle, but we will see. I'm going to get the bottom washi all in. So okay, I got my questions up here on my phone. And I'm going to cut this in half with my paper trimmer once I get the washi on. Do I want to do it? Okay, I think we're going to do it this way. But my first questions, I've got 3 from Honeybee Plans. And the first one is, are you releasing a set for Avatar 2? Is that too late to like respond to now because it's December? I don't even know when that, oh god. This is what happens when none of us should be talking about planning. I don't even know when those films come out. This might be hard to believe, but I have literally never watched Avatar. Like the original film, I never saw it, never watched it. I can't say I was especially interested in it. I know most people say like the real draw of the film is being on the good screen with amazing graphics, and it's like, well, what, it's like over a decade old now, and it's not gonna look that great anymore, or on my TV either. So I just never bothered. But this is a long wind of saying no. I'm not doing any art for Avatar 2. I don't know. I know it's at the Disney World parks, but even that, I'm like, what? Why? Because like Avatar's had no cultural power at all. Like, I know it's like made the most money ever, although it hasn't been surpassed by Top Gun now. I'm not sure. Plus, yeah. I don't have that big opinion of the film, and I'm not that interested in it. Like, I've watched Ferngully and things like that, so I know what the story's about. And I've watched, well, you know, grew up with Ferngully because it's set in Australia and it's an amazing film. And it's also like Dances with Wolves. But anyway. What am I saying here? I'm just not going to draw it. I'm still confused on why it's even at Disney World, but yeah. It didn't seem that culturally important, and now it's like, other than made a lot of money, and now they're making another one like decades later. Decades! So, take that what you will, I don't know. It's not really very interesting to me, I'm afraid. And if you like it, you like it. You know, I'm not yucking anyone's yum. It's just, I don't know. I totally missed the boat when it came out, so I don't think I'm ever going to get it at this point. And then they also asked, Honeybee Plans, asked your least favorite food. Least favorite food. That is so hard. I feel like Audrey would know right now. It's like, just love all food. What would be least favorite food? I think it's gotta be something texturally. Like, I love so much food. Like, I'm huge into Brussels sprouts. Oh, I don't know. And the thing is, I will try anything once, especially if it's in a high-end restaurant. Like, probably the least favorite food that I've ever tried is gotta be, is it salmon? Salmon caviar? It's not like the black caviar, it's the salmon roe. I think I just didn't like it because it was both fishy and it pops in your mouth. But I did try it. But there's not much else that I don't like. Some things like squick me out that I might not try, but I'll try mostly anything. But yeah, I suppose my least favorite overall is super fishy stuff. Like, I'm not a fan of fish. I've tried lots of it, and I actually enjoy like whitefish when it's cooked a certain way. I'm going to take the exposure down a bit. Apologies. So I love like tuna mornay, and I love a good quality fish pie with whitefish, or I really love the salmon cream soup that they have here. It's like a traditional Finnish dish. I don't mind that, and I don't mind raw salmon. And it's like I say I don't like fish, but then there's plenty of ways I do enjoy fish. But it's a very specific criteria and taste. Because I feel like raw salmon, like, it doesn't taste like fish. Let's also try a different way of putting the boxes down. So I'm going to put this Merry Christmas up here. Because it's a cake and it's cute. So I think we're going to work our way downwards. So how many boxes do you put anywhere? So say I want to put my double box here. Do I want to put in, oh, but then, yeah, okay. We're going to put a box up here now too. How about we put this one up here? Can you tell I never like do all the levels? So that means we should probably get our bougie boxes out. I don't know. I think the main fish thing I really didn't enjoy was the salmon roe, because it pops in your mouth as well as fishy. My phone holdery thing is not very good with my new phone. It doesn't like it. It doesn't want to hold it up. So, okay. Honeybee's final question is, if you could redo an art set, what would it be? So I've actually been considering, I kind of redid some already. What was it exactly? Like I did in my early style, I did like a painter's artist set, and then I kind of redid it to be softer and also semi-tangled Rapunzel related, you know? So I have done that I have redone that in the past. But one that I'm considering redoing is my London art, because I think also that wasn't that great. I also redid my apples set, I guess, because I did another apples set. So there's quite a few. I think I'd be happy to redo a lot of my art that I've retired and that I did right at the beginning in 2017. So, but I'm definitely leaning towards London. We'll see. Probably because I just have the bug of wanting to go back to London for ages, and just England in general, and Scotland and Wales, and it's been in my head lately, but I haven't been sure, you know. To think about where we want to put this. Maybe we could put the double box down here. So that means we have a bit more room over here. Let's go put this girl on here, holding the big baubles. Put the double box here. That means we want to put one. Let's put the pancakes over here. Because, my god, I love pancakes. Actually, have you been considering that? Every time I see, like, pancakes in media, they always look better than they taste, I feel like. When I make my own pancakes, they're just not as fulfilling as I want them to be. And yet I still love pancakes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so there are definitely sets I'd like to redo. And I'm leaning towards London being the next one. Then someone called I Do What Lights Me Up wrote, can you describe your business? Can I? Am I physically, I'm being an asshole right now. Can I describe my business? I draw little digital pictures that people can buy like shops or even just normal people. Like, you don't have to be a shop to buy my art. And you can sell products with it. You can make like journaling cards and papers and print things off or use it as a phone background, etc. I know, it's commercial clip art made to be used by others to make other things, I guess, is describing my business. And then I also would work for with clients to do similar stuff, for exclusive stuff, but I don't do that at the moment. So that was our question. Thank you for asking. Pencil Pink Co, she asked your current hobbies. My current hobbies. I guess this is like my current big hobby is actually, do I want to do, so let's have a look at my boxes here, because I do have a toolbox for this, so I only need 8, right? And this one's different to that one, so I think these will be my sidebar here, which means, so 1, so I need 1, but I've already left 2 spaces here for 2. But I definitely want to use these donuts because I think they're adorable and I was very happy with them. But I guess now I won't be using like one of these, which is a bit sad because I really liked that design. Unless I change one of these around. But then what's the other box I'm going to use? Oh, the girl. Duh. There's 2 girls. Oh my gosh. I did not think of this. I did not think this through. Because I really love these girls too. But maybe we can fit all 3 in there. Okay, so we're going to change this around. I'm going to put this in here. And just cover the bougie boxes because I have space. I have the space. I think I'm going to put the blonde. I've just picked them all up. I think I'm going to pick the blonde girl. And then before I finish this, I kind of want to see if I can get the sidebar to work. So, like, we don't have to put in our sidebar stuff. So let's try and get it to work. We're going to line this right up at the bottom. And this can, most of the time, help it keep straight. And then let's put a blue one here. And then we're going to put this box with the 2 girls. There's too many good boxes in this set. Put the green. And then we could put the ice creams. And please work. Hey, it works. It looks so cute. Okay, so we'll answer more questions while I put it down. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. So we don't need it anymore. Okay, while we do the bougie boxes. I don't know, my hobbies, I suppose, are planning videos, so like the whole editing, voiceovers and stuff like that, and I actually really enjoy editing, so I don't know, that's why I kind of stick to it, because I'm like, I just really enjoy all the aspects of doing videos, so I continue doing them. And then I suppose a hobby is reading. So I've been reading so much more since I finished my PhD. I think the problem is I did so much reading for my PhD, I just didn't have the mental capacity to read for fun. And I also found that reading audiobooks is just has made my life so much easier and just works so much more with my brain. I don't know if I just like, my brain just can't handle you know, my brain can't handle reading books anymore. I don't know. Does that make any sense? I'm gonna put this little moon up there to like tie in our foil bundle. I think that looks really cute. But I'm not gonna put my deck at the top. So we just have this with the December super duper cute. I guess that's my main hobby. I kind of want to get to a little bit of bullet journaling next year, just like a reading journal. So it's not like crazy in bullet journaling because I feel like it'd be too much for me overall, but I would like to do a little more creative stuff by doing a reading journal. So I'm just gonna do some of these overlays. And then we're gonna get into the day-by-day stuff. But I have more questions. So Michelle Payton asked, did you go to art school? And I did. And I'm an art school dropout, should I say. I actually went twice to art school, 2 different art schools. So in Australia, you have university, and then you have TAFE, which is like the vocational university type thing. They do offer bachelors and PhDs and stuff at TAFE, especially in TAFE arts, but you also do lower certificates, so you don't have to do a bachelor's. You can do like certificate 1, 2, 3, then diploma, and then by doing multiple certificates you can work up to being able to do a bachelor degree without finishing high school, basically. And so I did year 12, but I actually only did 3 classes out of 5, and I was supposed to do year 13. And honestly, I noped out. I'm like, wait, I have to do another year of year 12. Ugh. So I noped out and I got into certificate 4, which is the highest certificate at TAFE Arts for visual arts. And with a certificate 4 completed, you can go into a bachelor. So that was kind of the plan there. And the thing with TAFE Arts is that obviously it is more vocational, and their training is very industry associated, and like it's good in a lot of ways, but it ended up being way too much for me at the time. It was 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. like straight Monday through Friday. So it was like a full-time job, but obviously I wasn't getting paid. I was paying for TAFE Arts because you do have to pay for that, like straight up. It's not that expensive. I think it was like $3 grand for it all up, I think. But yeah, so it's 9 to 4. You have a couple of smaller classes. So you had like an art theory and history class, and then you had, it was called, what was it called? But it was like this whole class that was literally just about learning how to formulate themes and ideas, concepts, create concepts before you get to creating the art, which probably actually really helped with doing this, because I find it not too hard to formulate theme ideas and to create the clip art sets before I actually create them. So not too bad. And then otherwise all the classes, the rest of the classes were 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. studios. And you did we do 2 or 4? In the first semester I had drawing, printmaking, maybe it was 2. Drawing, printmaking. I know I also did some photography, painting, and I can't remember the last one. But yeah, so I actually didn't last very long. I got super burnt out. I was already not doing like school, not full time, because I was only doing 3 classes in year 12 or senior year. And the 9 to 4 kind of broke me, and I kind of flunked out of the year. To be completely honest, I stopped going to one of my studios, the painting one, and I just never went. And there was no making up for it, so I don't know, I kind of just gave up. So, yeah. But then going into, I'm going to keep trying to continue planning while telling you my life story. So obviously I had PLANMAS going on at this time. So we're going to be putting some videos in across the top. We might as well just get that done. And I might just start with the yellow, and so they're not the same as the top glitter header. Did I do it all the way through? I didn't get one done on Christmas Day. That's cool. So all the way through Friday. So yeah, I kind of flunked out of original art school for me, which was tape arts, so a lower vocational kind of thing. And then blah blah blah. Zoom forward to when I was 21. I kind of was all over the place, trying to get jobs, failing. My life was a mess, and I can just use different icons from this to put in. I think I've got a few that will work. Yeah, so I turned 21, and when you're 21 back then in Australia, you could then take the STAT test, which was Special Tertiary Admissions Test. They've now moved it down to 18, which is super aggravating. I had to wait till I was 21, but now you could do it straight out of school if you didn't get into high school. But if you didn't get into university and you didn't finish high school. But I had to wait till 21 at the time. And I took that, and I was able to, I had a good mark, and I was able, from the test, I was able to enter straight into a bachelor's degree. And I chose my next art school, which was University of South Australia. And obviously this is a different level. So the University of South Australia is a lot more, so they were like, TAFE Arts is very vocational and industry related and based, and theirs was more theoretical, more higher concept based, and it was a lot more like traditional university. So I had long studios for the classes that I did do studios in. So I did have like full day studios, but it wasn't 9 to 4, 5 days a week. It was a lot less, because I had lectures and stuff like that. So I did that for a whole year, and the first semester we actually did a general, so after Coffee Monday I put in a movie marquee, but they did a general studio class where every week we tried out a different art medium major that you could choose to major in. So one Monday we did painting, the next Monday we did sculpture, the next Monday we did glass blowing, which was freaking awesome. They had a whole glass thing. I'm gonna use this deco for the Coffee Monday because I think that looks real cute, and I didn't get to use my deco. So this was The Witcher, but I think I'm just going to use a cute TV from the kit. Yeah, so that was freaking awesome, I'll be honest. I very much enjoyed glass blowing. We actually did glass pouring, so we made molds out of any item we want to bring home. We may bring to class. We made molds with sand, and then we poured molten hot glass into them. That was freaking awesome. I don't know why, I just really enjoyed glass. We also did some etching as well on a jar. That was really fun. I'm just gonna put these in. We have set up rings as this PLANMAS video. I guess we're gonna be doing the same at this PLANMAS, setting up 2023 planner. And then I don't think I'm gonna pull any scripts out, to be honest, because it is technically a mock spread and scripts are precious. But we watched The Witcher season 2. That was really good. It feels weird not to be color blocking. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. But what I really got along with was I want to put a little thing in here. It's whatever you used. Green. Okay, we're gonna use this blue. So what I really enjoyed during that year was my compulsory art history and theory classes, and I just really enjoyed reading about like the history and just like the more conceptual stuff. And the main thing for that course was they really pushed forward that for this degree the main aim was to make you into an exhibitioning artist. So, you know, you make exhibitions to put into art galleries. The thing is, I didn't really want to be that kind of artist. I kind of just, I don't know, I was just enjoying making things with my hands and my brain. And I didn't really want to do exhibiting stuff. So I hummed and hawed, and I was starting to look at other universities, the University of Adelaide University, where if you've been around, you know that that's where I went. I have leftovers here. I guess that's what we had for dinner. So I'm going to use these pancake deco, because I think that'll go well. And this is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and then I went to bed early, so I will get a sticker out for that. This is a sticker from Papershire, just a little wrapped up in a pink blanket. Should I actually zoom in for you? Not zoom out, Jess. Let's zoom in so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. And you can see down here. There we go. Yeah, so I started looking at other courses, and in high school I really did love history and I really did love English, but another very long story about my past is that I never actually went past like year 9 or 10 English history. It's a long story, filled with trauma and probably undiagnosed ADHD or something, which is still undiagnosed, but I feel like there's a bit of that in there. But anyway, that was the last time I did English and history, but I am one person who loves to prove shit to myself. So this is a plan with me. Yeah, I was looking at that, I'm like, wow, these history and English topics sound so fun, it's so cool. I'm nerding out, and I've been really loving doing art history and theory. And Adelaide also had, they didn't have a major, but they had a minor in art history. And my art history lecturer at UniSA at art school, he was like the only one who ever learned my name out of everybody. All the other lecturers, all the other students, he was the only one who knew my name. And he was basically like, if you wanted to, it'd be a waste to major in art history here, because that's not what this course is set up to do. Even though you can, it's just gonna be wasting your time. So I actually applied to transfer, and that's when I switched to doing English and history. But that is my little adventure into art school. So technically I guess I've done 2 years of art school altogether. It's not too bad. Considering a bachelor's 3 years in Australia, that's actually pretty good. But yeah, so you wanted to know, and now you know. But that, I have gone to art school. I have done like I've done figure drawing, I've done concept, I've done all sorts of stuff. So I guess that's really has lent itself to my art. I know why I'm writing this now, but whatever. But the thing is, overall, art has always been super important to me. It was one of the classes I did do in year 12, and I eventually, got back there. And now I've come kind of full circle back to all of it, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so I have done art school, and I guess I've technically dropped out twice. But I did end up, so I double majored in English and history, and then I minored in art history. So I did get both, all three of those in there. I pretty much did no other classes. So that was that question. We're still working away, but that was one set of screenshots. So let's see what else I have. We're still going. Okay, what are we doing for these 2 days though? We're doing Taco Bell and Crazy Ex-Girlfriend again. I don't have a taco in here. We have a little bag. I'm making use of this fun foil and doing like little things kind of like Andrea. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'll put the cute little sleeping mask. Alright, I'll put those in. I realized on Monday I just wrote Crazy Girlfriend. Whatever, Jess. So the next question is, and this is from Planning by Bree. Hi Britt, are you ever thinking about stopping with releasing art? Not that I want you to. I guess it's like it's kind of a topical thing for me right now, because it is something I've been considering for a while now. What books do I want to use? I kind of want to use a big yellow one. I have considered it, especially, I don't know, in the last year. I feel like I've talked about this before, like there's been a lot of negativity and I don't know, a lot of weird stuff, like comments and things about art that I feel like it's like, yeah, I should learn to like not take it personally, but at the same time it really, really hurts, and these people don't realize that they don't care that they hurt you. And then they call you a jerk and hater because you speak out against it, which is really annoying, because it's like it's their hate that's getting me down. And nice people can get fed up, and I've definitely felt that, especially in the last year, and a little bit into last year as well. I don't know. So I have very seriously thought about it. I have very much taken down my practice, my art. I do a lot less of it now, technically. Like I've stopped doing customs for not any reasons to do with who I work with customs, namely Andrea. Nothing to do with her. In fact, I asked her, and I was very, very worried about asking her, but she was so kind and understanding that I just needed for my mental health a break from all that. I feel like custom art gets even more opinions about it, and it really has weighed it down on me the last year and a half. So I have very seriously contemplated doing it. In fact, there was some time where I just didn't draw at all, and you guys probably didn't notice because I go on and off a lot. 2022 stack. So, and it's definitely going to come down the track, because I don't think, well, I know a lot of businesses like Andrea's been around for 8 years, and I feel like planning's not really going anywhere right now. Doesn't feel like it, but also there's so many other great artists that I feel like are even more popular than me, so sometimes I feel like, would I be missed? I don't know. Do I need to be here? do I need to put up with some of this stuff? And some of it is just my own thin skin, but at the same time, sometimes it's like, it's just hard not to have thin skin. It just happens. What do I, that's technically blue. But I guess the patterns don't matter when you're doing mixed. So, whatevs. So I definitely plan for it in the future to stop. And what I really want to do is get into like a more viable career that I can do through to retirement, and I don't have to worry about doing all the other stuff like marketing and business taxes and all that. And I can still, there's still always that level of this could stop at any moment, whereas I could build onto a career that's long lasting. So there's definitely that, and I have been planning for it more actively in the last year. I think actually some spreads around Christmas last year, actually I had some like talks with luck and stuff like that with my partner, because I was planning this kind of stuff. This is clean, I believe. So I'm going to put this little spray bottle from Carly Plans. Oh, the ink came off on my finger. Oops. That's fine. It's fine. The ink, the black ink, I feel comes off on these stickers a little bit. And then we have food. I'm just going to use a sticker from Once More with Love of the two people eating bowls of rice, because we had chicken joint which has rice and chicken. So at some point, possibly in the nearer future, like I'm looking at next year, maybe I might stop. We will see. I don't know the logistics about doing my art as well as having a real job. But I might just stop altogether, because it's also all the taxes and stuff that gets a lot after a while, especially in another language, because I'm working with all the tax letters I get, they're all in Finnish, so I'm working with that. So then I think I'm just gonna put a bigger box here. Which one do I want to use? I already used that. Let's use the pink one. Yeah, so it's probably gonna come the next year or two if I can get my act together. But yes, I have thought about it, and I might also just switch to maybe doing no shop sets and doing only customs for a while. It's all shifting and changing, but I will say it has been on my mind. So I apologize for this big bummer if it is to you. But yeah, it's been churning. It's been churning away. But let's go to another question. So Stacy DeFour asked, what's your favorite snack? Again, with the food questions, I love food. I love all of it. I love all the food, and I want to eat all of it. So it's snacks, but snacks. Okay, I'm really bad with snacks, honestly. This is too big. I might get out the smaller packages. This is for recycling boxes. This is for Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. And then we're going to put in pork roast. So I'm going to find something for that. Alright, I'm going to use this cute little pot from SPC for the pork roast. It was in the oven. It was not a pot to roast, but I'm going to do that anyway. For my favorite snacks, I love tortilla chips. I love chocolate. I eat a lot of sultanas as a snack. Just a little box of sultanas. I love those. Those keep me going on late night drawing. I also really love snacking on Sometimes I'll just eat an apple or something, you know. I don't know. Just random things like that. A lot of sultanas is like my main snack, but I feel like that's always, it's what I've got on me. I try to be healthier, but... Alright, so that is the finished first half. It's looking so pretty. I mean, I haven't looked at a mixed... Is it turning me to mixed icons? I don't know. Like, not color blocking. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to see the rest of the spread. So let's keep going to the second half. I might actually take... No, I can't take it out. I'm going to bring this closer to me. Shush, shush, shush. A little bit closer. Okay. So those are my favorite snacks. Probably sultanas and tortilla chips. The Narcoleptic Planner asked a couple of questions. She asked, what's a trend in the planner community that you haven't tried yet but want to? Is there a trend that I really want to try? I actually don't know. I'm actually pretty happy and set in my old lady ways. Can that be a response? Because I don't know. I don't feel like I really want to do any of the other trends. Like, what are the other trends? That's what I want to know. I feel like I just kind of stay in my own bubble these days. This is the Grinch. So we're gonna finally get the Christmas album out and use a Grinchy sticker. We got the Grinch. Let's use one of these from What's On With Love. I was avoiding taking this out. I don't know why. It's a Christmas spread. Okay, we got laundry. And in my old spread, I use a little ugly sweater that's so cute. Oh, as my people would say, jumper. But I think for this, I'm just gonna use a little laundry icon, a little washing machine. But I don't know. I guess it's the pretty planning where you like lay all the foil. I'm not that interested in that one. Like the art is cute. Watercolor flowers look very beautiful, but it's not really my thing. So I feel like you kind of have to love watercolor flowers to be into that trend. And I'm not hugely into fun delays. I feel like, I guess that's the other one, is like layering bougie boxes with fun delays and doing all that kind of stuff. Or lots and lots of extension boxes. Honestly, none of it's really interested me. I'm pretty set in my ways, and I like to keep things a bit more simple, as simple as I can. But I don't know. I guess none of these trends have really drawn me in yet. What else? What else could I say? I suppose the Hobonichi cousins are pretty fun, but I can't see myself keeping up with it. So those are pretty fun. I do love me a Hobonichi. I love the Tomoe River paper. Other than that, I don't know. This is supposed to be vacuumed, so I'm gonna put in a little house. And once again, I was watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Is this when I was able to finally get Locke to watch it with me? I think it is. Because it finished like in April of 2021, and Locke always just refused. Like every year it was on, he just refused to watch it with me, and I finally cracked him. He finally got them to watch the show with me. Such a bum. I hate that. I was always like so salty about it. I did a grocery run here, and this one is from Paper Milk. And then we have Japanese curry down here. So, we want to go into my food section. So yes, I'm afraid, I don't know. None of those trends have really grabbed my attention that I really want to try them. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now. What I do. I suppose, yeah, I don't know. Such a boring answer after I blabbed on for hours about art school, but those are my life stories. And then Talkative Planner, she also, what's her name? Katerina maybe? But she asked, favorite art set that you've drawn? And I think lately it's gonna have to be Zombina. It was a concept that I really like made up in my own head, not that it's original. But it was made in my head independently and all grew together, and I love the way it all came out in the end. And I'm just really, really happy with how that came out, and it's just so good. Even I look at it, I'm like, yes, who drew this? They're so good. Wow, I did a giveaway. That's bad. I don't have a giveaway planned this year. Although I have stuff to give away, but I think I'm going to save up my giveaway for the YouTube anniversary, which is in Feb. So I'll have more points by then to be able to get a good giveaway. But let's have a look. Ellie Inc. also asked fave set that you've done, and that's all. It's Zombina. I think it's Zombina. Then Planners and Magic asked a couple questions. Okay, this one wasn't for the vid. Alright, this other one. A piece of advice you'd give to baby planner Jess. Oh boy. Okay. I should have read these before I started doing stuff. This is Christmas Eve, so let's put that in. Alright. Piece of advice for baby planner Jess. What would a baby planner Jess be? Like a baby planner, I think, is a pocket planner. I'm a little pocket planner. It's a little pocket because they're so tiny. Advice. I don't know. I feel like everything's kind of gone the way it needed to go, and sort of flowed. I suppose my only advice would be to don't get so wrapped up in all the different types of planning. Like, you don't need all the planners. The plan that you love to use is your weekly sticker planner, and that's mostly what you like to stick to. You don't have to buy all those TNs. You don't have to buy all those other size ring planners. If you have a plan you're happy with, maybe it's best just to stick with it for a while and see if that interest actually grows. And a child is screaming. But other than that, because a lot of those like leather TNs were like, they're not cheap, you know? They're an investment. So I feel like that was one area I could have done better in. I probably didn't need all those planners. Like, save that money for other stuff. But otherwise, I encourage everything else that I did. Like, buy stickers from everywhere. Find what you like and try them all out. And then once you've found something you like, you stick with it. And that's all good. Like, that, you don't need the new, exciting stuff. Find what works for you and just enjoy it, you know? So I don't mind the experimentation, but I feel like buying all of the planner types, they get hyped up. It's not really worth it. And I will say, like, the cloud hype is different because it's literally the same as working in a spiral or the EC, but I feel like it's just fit a little bit better than a spiral, you know? So you have to really just think long and critical about how the new thing that you're interested in is going to work in your life. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Spend your money on stickers and not so much on all the planner types. Yeah. So, Ellie Inc. There's another question with fave Animal Crossing New Horizons Villager. And on this day I watched The Holiday. Love that freaking film. Fave ACNH villages. So my number one big baby is Bob. I love Bob. Bob's the big baby. But I have had it kind of equal. So I love Bob. He's my number one. But I also adore Raymond. And I also adore Judy. And I also love Dom. So I love 3 of the new ones. And then my OG favorite is Bob. So hopefully that's a cool enough answer. But yeah, I love those. Oh, but also like my bestie on my island was Muffy. So I also love Muffy. I love a lot of the freaking villages. But it's probably those lot. Like in terms of, I haven't had Dom a lot. So Raymond, Bob, Judy, and Muffy are my top 4. With Dom coming in at 5th. Alright? So, well, that's it. But we'll mostly just say Bob. I don't know what's happening with my voice, but yeah. Love me some Bob. He's a yellow cat. What? It's because I'm looking at a yellow sticker. He's a purple cat. Which is much better. I don't really have the... I guess I'm going to use some washer here. Maybe I should move this up to fit in these last bibbly buffs. Okay, and then I'm going to do green. I don't really care if the 2 matching colors hit. It's fine. First here we have a chocolate cake, Christmas cake. I'm gonna put a little balloon because we're still trying to do like the little thing like Andrea. And then this is turkey roast, and then we watch A Christmas with the Cranks. Which, what could we watch with this? What could we use? Christmas with the Cranks. I don't know. I've run out of stuff. A bed. So this is the first time I've watching the holiday or Christmas with the Cranks. And we like the holiday, don't like the Cranks. Alright, for the turkey roast, I'm gonna put in my little chef Papershire. No. Paper Milk. Everyone's got a paper name. Little dude here for the turkey roast. And I also just put in that I called my mom. We got some last questions, so let's get them done. So more from Planners and Magic. Did Heidi have any alternate name options, or was she always deaf Heidi? So from the time that we named it. So we got her from someone previously and they had named her. So her original name was Whisper, which is ironic. As you guys know, she's very much all in your face, screamy baby. So it is funny that they called her Whisper. So technically that was her original name. And then we didn't really name her at all until she got here, and I know. And then I came out one morning, I think this was the 3rd morning that we had her, and Luck had been up with her for a few hours, and he was like, we should name her Heidi. Because right now she's hiding in the bookshelf. And she is also screaming. And we just love the name Heidi. Plus, she's Norwegian forest cat, and that is sort of like that is a name in the Nordics. So, yeah, we got Heidi. So, I guess originally she was Whisper, but we never really called her that, you know. Not ourselves. Our little Heidi baby. So, yeah. Plans of Magic Nia, I believe, also wrote, what do you hope to see more of in PlannerCom in 2023 and less of? I don't know. Can I really say anything about that? Perhaps just like a little bit more, you know. It's not empathy. It's just a little bit more thoughtfulness about, you know, what you're saying, it, why you need to say it here and now, and maybe it's just something you keep to your friends, your planner friends. Like, do you really have to put that on your story? I mean, even I learned that this year. Sometimes sometimes it's just better not to react when I get upset, and it doesn't need to go on my story. And not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's fine. So maybe some of that from other people too. But in terms of actual planner stuff, I'd love to see some more artists. So yeah, less like bitchy gossip and opinions that aren't really like, we can make them constructive criticism and not just putting people down, you know, because things are subjective, my friends. And it's also like, don't buy it. Just don't buy it if you don't like it or want it or sell it, you know. And some more different artists would be fun. And just more people being cool and commenting on each other's videos and on each other's posts. And I know I'm trying to work on that. I try to leave a comment on every video I watch. Sometimes I'm not in the mood, but I do try and go back later to put in a comment. Just a bit more like community, you know, building each other up. And then she also asked, do you see Finland as your forever home or back to Australia one day? It's hard to say because I don't know. I don't think, the problem is like not everything is, we have a lot of things are better here for us. Jobs wise, rent wise, there's a lot of stuff that really sucks in Australia that would be really sucky to have to go back to. I think if I went to Australia, I would have to have bought a house, and I'm just not in that part of life. Like, I also kind of don't want to have to live in the same place forever after buying it, because I feel like selling would just be too mentally taxing on myself. So I don't know. This kind of is leading into like not going back. That's called Dad, and this is Love Heart. Okay, so these are the movies. But yeah, I don't know. But on the flip side, it is hard to. Well, I feel like a lot of people would like. So many people understand it's like it is difficult being an immigrant, even a white person in a white society. Finnish is hard, and not just like I can learn Finnish, but written Finnish is different to speaking Finnish, and then there's slang, there's dialect, and there's also like, I don't know how retirement works, I don't know how rest homes work, so there's a lot of like longevity stuff that scares me a little, to be honest. I'm gonna use a heart and my last one of these to put in Call My Dad. I don't know. I feel like moving back would be like, it wouldn't be terrible, but there'd be so much like I would really hate that I've gotten used to here. But at the same time, it's the later age stuff that kind of scares me. And whether I can get a job or not, I don't know. Because I can't just get a simple job anywhere because you need to know Finnish. And Finnish, people tend to get hired over the top of immigrants, even if racially you're the same. Because it's also the language barrier, you know? So sometimes I think if I go back to Australia, but then I think about landlords and no pets in rent, and then having to pay and get Heidi shipped back over, and just a lot of things. But I think that's actually the end of our questions. So we're through Saturday, so let's keep going and finish this up. But thank you so much if you asked a question. I hope this wasn't too ridiculous a video and answering these questions. I try to be feeling truthful today, and that's what I did. I said the truth. So now we're going to put in Heidi gifts because we gave her Christmas. We didn't give each other Christmas gifts last year. We gave Heidi gifts and she still plays with them. So I guess all good. Apologies, the battery was going low, so I had to fix that up. We have Heidi gifts, we have Arthur Christmas, we have Stoke. And then we watched The Two Towers because, I don't know, I feel like this year, I do love Two Towers, but I feel like this year we're leaning more towards watching Return of the King, maybe. I don't know, I think we just rewatched them all here in September Land, and Locke was like, I kind of preferred Return of the King on this rewatch. So steak is a little thing, but oh, we'll use the knife, the fork and knife. Duh! And then Arthur Christmas, definitely one of my favorite Christmas films. It's just always on Netflix. It's never taken off. So we just give Arthur Christmas a whirl, and it's also, you know, it's British, and I feel at one with British Christmas. I mean, it's essentially the Christmas I grew up with a bit of Australian, but like all of my family were from Europe. So let's see what we can use for Heidi gifts. Another cat sticker, I think. I just don't know where it is in the album. You'd think I would know. I never know. I just end up flicking about. The key is not to give up too early. Because I was about to go back to the top, and that would be very bad for me. Let's do this silly kitty with the Santa hat suit. Getting the gifts. Oh no, I did the wrong way. Whatever, I don't care. It's less like in your face when you have like the little thing. You know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna do the same stickers I did last year. Gandalf for The Two Towers. Alright, that is all filled out. Now let's get Sunday done, and then you can go on your way back out into the world. Don't have to listen to me blabbing on. Blabbing on and on and on about art school. But and all my grievances with the planner community. I'm fine. I joke, you know me. I'm chill, yo. Oh, and Heidi's joining us because it is not a video without Heidi, is it? My God. She's a-coming. There she is. Little Heidi. Well, what time is it? It's only 6:41. You don't get dinner until 9 p.m., dude. Why are you here? Please do not lie down right now. Jesus. I guess planning is over for right now. Okay, I just reassured her I will snuggle her as soon as I'm done. What a baby. What a big old baby. I love her though. Little whisper. So we're gonna put in Boxing Day, because it's technically St. Stephen's Day here, I think, but it's also Boxing Day. Take it as you will. And I'm gonna use the other pancakes, even though I had porridge of this morning. How very wholesome. And then I do some more cleaning. So this is just another Kali Plans little cleaning sticker. I had to think for a second how porridge is spelled. My God. But yeah, so Heidi's like totally destroyed my train of thought. Okay, we have to get our last little smiley face box in. But it looks like we were watching Station 11. I think it was still coming out, or maybe it was the finale. I'm not sure, but oh, Station 11. If you still haven't watched it, like, what are you doing? I know it may seem scary that it is about a flu-style pandemic destroying the planet. They got a lot worse than us, but it came at just the right time. Honestly, it has so much catharsis to give you. It's essentially about people healing from the trauma of a pandemic through art, and that's fabulous. And at the very end, you're gonna cry your freaking eyes out because of this sort of surrogate father-daughter thing, and the way it comes together at the end, you're just like, I'm so sad and happy, and oh my god. 10 out of 10 television, to be honest with you, and you need to watch it. I believe it's on HBO or is it Hulu? Either one, Station 11. It's one season. What do you got to lose? It's freaking outstanding. I loved it. It was everything. Okay. Jess should stop being weird. Heidi came back. You can't tell from her, like, she's, yep, there she is. Okay, we're gonna put this like this. We're gonna use these little flags somehow. So that's going there, so this is going here. Oh my god, she's snuffling her face into my my ring binder here. So this was, I had nightmares this night, which is awesome. I wonder what they were about. Scary stuff, I guess. Station 11, I'm gonna use this little rainbow ornament because it was a rainbow in my life. Oh, it was so good. And then what was the other thing? I didn't catch it. It's underneath Heidi's butt. Dishes. Oh, my girl. Oh, you're so fat. I love you, but why? Oh, I can use the fork and knife again, but for dishes. That is also pink. Maybe we can pair it with, like, is this silly? Oh no, come back. We'll use a little green bauble. Aha! I don't think that did much, but whatever. Dishes, Station 11. Get it into your eyeballs. Nightmares. So yay, we finished the spread. Let me get all this together and have a look at it. And yeah, we'll finish it up. Alright, here is the finished spread. I used fun foil. I didn't color block. I only used little foil, the foil icons on the little things like Andrea does. And yeah, I think it turned out super pretty. I don't know if it swayed me to get away from color blocking just yet. It's something I have to decide in the new year, right? And even here I color blocked. So I can't remember how long I've been color blocking. But here is the 2021 Christmas spread. Ugh. This is why you should be into dark colors and into foil, because together they shine beautiful. But then here's this light and airy and super pink hollow spread. I love the way it turned out. Thank you to everyone who asked me questions. I so appreciate it. I know from experience they can be hard to think of. I mean, who cares about me, yo? Not me. Again, I'm just joking, but I hope you enjoyed this long video. We've been due for a very long video. Just something to sit down and talk, and you can listen to me blab on while you wrap presents or prepare stuff or whatever you're doing, or planning your Christmas spreads. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you. Bye.